Can someone explain to me why there is not one single episode of Parasite that I will not go back and watch? I mean, this anime is a masterpiece in my opinion. I mean, sure, it started off strange with the involuntary boob grabs, the shape-shifting hand that turned into a penis at one point. You all remember that. And actually, in the manga, that's more graphic. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But before I start this review, let me address something that a lot of people have been talking about ever since, I think, the last two reviews. Now, we all know that Ryoko changed her name to Reiko, but her mother, like, not the parasite, but the body that the parasite is inside of, her mother named her Ryoko. So her name is Ryoko on the birth certificate, so that's what I'm going to call her. I'm not going to change what I call her simply because a parasite decided to change the identity or whatever. But Reiko, it sounds close enough, but I'm going to continue to call her Ryoko. I guess you can argue that since the parasite is in control, we should call it whatever it wants, since Ryoko, the actual Ryoko, is dead. But your argument's invalid because I think it does her character justice to call her Ryoko still, because Shinichi still does too, doesn't he? I'm not sure, I can't recall. But anyway, Ryoko's character, I knew it, man. That emotion that Miggy sensed that he's never sensed from another parasite. It's either love, like the feeling of caring for someone else, or like the fear of losing someone, something along those lines. But it's obvious that Ryoko actually cares for that child, which is a surprise to everyone, including her. But man, at the beginning, well, towards the beginning, when Ryoko whooped all three of those other parasites' asses, man, when she was running with half a head and the teeth and everything, and those people went to check on her, like, why? Why were they okay, I hate to sound racist or anything, but Japanese people in anime are worse than, like, the blonde females in horror movies. I mean, why would you, alright, what would you do if you saw something like that running towards you? First off, I would shit my pants and proceed to cry and pray that I don't die. And if it ran past me, I damn sure would not go looking for it. I mean, really? But that scene when she pulled apart, I was like, oh my god. These people are idiots, man. And at one point, she even had me fooled because it looked nothing like Ryoko. She seemed kind of human, but I guess it's because she lost part of her parasite. I don't know, man, but that shit was crazy. That was the creep. This is the creepiest episode in this anime so far, in my opinion. Just the half-headed Ryoko and that thing. I was like, oh my god. But Ryoko is smart as fuck. I just love that scene where she tore that dude up from behind, and her other parasite part was tearing everybody else up. I mean, she took down 3 of them by herself. So just imagine what kind of damage Shinichi and her can do. I cannot wait for their team up. I can tell it's coming. I hope it's coming anyway, because at the end it seems like Ryoko may give the child to Shinichi, because we see in the preview a baby in a male's arms. I couldn't tell if that was Shinichi or not, because maybe she knows that, you know, things are too hot right now, or I don't know, man. But the death of that dude was just so fucking sad. He was one person that I did not want to die. This anime is slowly tearing me apart, yo. It's really becoming like Attack on Titan, with just characters you don't expect to die, just die. I mean, Kana, people expected that, but this guy, I mean, his family got killed. I mean, all he wanted was just, I wouldn't even say revenge, just justice for his wife and child being killed. And turns out Ryoko wasn't even the one that did it, so he just died for no reason, in my opinion. If he hadn't have played Lion King with that baby over that bridge or whatever, he would have still been alive. But I can understand his irrational thinking. But fuck, man, I love that dude, man. He was an awesome character. He was my favorite human character besides Shinichi, if he can even be considered human anymore. But Ryoko is slowly turning more and more human as each episode goes on, and it's really, really hyping me, because, I mean, even Miggy, one that's attached to a human and that can learn most from human behavior, is not swaying towards Ryoko's direction. So it just shows how much a mother's love can really affect someone's life. And I just love that she's the only parasite so far that has no intention of harming Shinichi. Like, I assumed that when Mirano came to the doorstep and they met each other when she met Ryoko or whatever, I assumed she was like going to take her captive or something, but she was actually more worried about getting the baby back than anything, which just totally made me think like, whoa, she is going to be on Shinichi's side at some point. And even the PI guy who got tore up by her, it was like, damn, even a monster cares about her child. And I just love how he says, I really wasn't going to do it. What kind of human would kill a baby? You'd be surprised how many twisted motherfuckers are actually out there, though. But that ending, man, I mean, Murano, Shinichi, Ryoko, the baby, and the people that just witnessed this guy's death are all in the same vicinity. I cannot wait to see what's going on next. And even if Ryoko does pass off the baby to Shinichi so she can get away and change her appearance or whatever she's about to do, Shinichi was already a suspect at one point because they pulled his hair and everything. So what do you think that they will do? What do you think that detective is going to do if he finds Shinichi with the baby in his arms, just so happening to be in the area after the guy who just died said that the parasite woman had a baby in her arms? And he did say that his partner had lost his family, lost everything, just like he did. So maybe he'll put two and two together and just take Shinichi into questioning and stuff. But that would suck, man, because I mean, I'm glad. I was so glad that he did not say Shinichi's name during his last words, because I'm like, dog, you're about to die, man. Please don't snitch on your boy now, because Shinichi has already been through enough, and I'm glad he didn't. But him even being seen with Ryoko or a baby in his arms is going to set off a red flag with the popo next episode. This was an amazing episode, and Ryoko, for me, stole the show more than Shinichi in this episode, which has never happened before. And her pole vaulting with her parasite brain at the beginning, getting away from those guys, was fucking hilarious. And I just really enjoy seeing her progression. And she's the first of her species to actually develop feelings other than I have to survive. This is such a fucking promising anime. And that cliffhanger, though, I mean, oh my god, what is Ryoko going to say to Shinichi? Will the detective show up in time to see Shinichi and Ryoko together? What's going to fucking happen? I'm so tempted to read the manga, but I'm not going to. I'm going to ride this one out until the season ends. But anyway, tell me what you guys thought about this awesome episode, man. What do you think is going to happen next? Anything can happen. Oh my god. Anyway, this has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.